Ayan. So, on our next topic po, mula sa form na diniscuss ni Miss Daphne, mula sa mga ingredients na yon, pumunta naman tayo sa mga pamilihan. So, paano nga ba dapat tayo mag-handle ng mga gulay sa pamilihan? Ayan. So, para i-discuss sa atin ang mga gawain na nakapaloob sa Code of Hygienic Practices for sale of fresh agriculture and fisheries and fishery products in market and authorized outlets, let us all welcome po si Mr. John Leo Gavino, M. Gamboa. So isa po siyang chemist mula sa Bureau of Plant Industry under po ng Plant Product Safety Services Division. Bukod sa pagiging laboratory analyst, siya din po ay kasalukuyang kabilang sa Philippine Good Agricultural Practice or tinatawag nating PhilGAP bilang secretariat at isang food safety auditor. So, ask ko lang po, nandito na po ba si Sir John? Sir John, ayan. Hello, Sir John?
Ayan. Yes, sir. Just good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Sir John, and welcome po sa ating webinar po.
So, ako ba mag-share ng screen or ano? Kayo na?
Kami na po if you want po, Sir John. Wait lang po or i-ano lang po namin, i-open lang po natin yung inyong presentation po. Kamusta, Sir John?
Good. Na-discuss nga kaya ni Miss Daphne yung sa mga quality products, mga quality specifications. And for PinakBET, so this is ampalaya, sitaw, eggplant, mga basic commodities natin.
Yes po. Okay, so I'll give you the floor na po, Sir John. So, thank you po ulit sa pag-unlock po sa invitation namin. Okay? Thank you po.
Yes, good afternoon.
Ayan, so as for the moment, wait lang po natin si Sir John. May mga technical difficulties lang po. So, ito yung mga minor na setbacks natin during, sabi nga natin, webinars. Okay? Ayan. So, welcome back again, Sir John. So, I'll give you the floor na po.
Yes, okay na ba ulit? Kinig na uli ako. Okay. So,
yes,
yes. Code of Hygienic Practices nga. Sabi nga kaya ni Ms. Daphne that these standards, Code of Hygienic Practices, was developed by the Bureau of Agriculture Standards. And this particular standard na ginagamit namin ngayon na Bureau of Plant Industry, the Code of Hygienic Practices for the sale of fresh agriculture and fishery products in markets and authorized outlets. Revision 1 na ito. This was first developed 2006. Currently, itong ginagamit ng ngayon ng Department of Agriculture is the 2020 version. Next slide, please. Yes, ito food safety. What's going on food safety? We'll continue on. Bakit ba ginagawa ito? Because of the food safety. Food safety, as defined, is the assurance that food will not cause harm to the consumers when prepared or eaten according to its intended use. Kaya nga, ito, kung ang mga food na gamitin natin ay for their purpose talaga, that will be eaten or prepared, dapat magiging safe siya. And assurance, as defined, is the one that reduces risk that may result from the production and handling of the produce. Kaya kami, the Department of Agriculture, Vibrant Industry, next slide please. Kaya kami, we conduct inspections. We conduct compliance inspection para ma-assure namin na ang mga products natin sa market is compliant with the appropriate food safety regulations. Yes, so yan yung mga current inspections na ginagawa namin to ensure food safety. Packing houses, sa fields, sa farm, that's one of the mandate of the Bureau of Plant Industry to ensure that our food is safe. Sorry, wala. Okay, so continue on. This is all mandated with the Food Safety Law enacted last 2013 that the Bureau of Plant Industry is the mandated for the implementation of the Food Safety Law. Na parang nga, ang mga produce natin sa market, sa local commodities, will be assured of their food safety. Next slide. And this is standard, the PNS BAFS 46/2020 consists of 10 sections na this very basic kami nito, hygiene practices. Actually, ang hygiene is very relevant ngayon na kailangan kasi natin pa-practice palagi ang hygiene, paghawak ng produce, paggamit ng produce. Kaya, so, may 10 sections tayo. Sige, we're going with the discussions of this. Scope. This standard has been developed for the sale of fresh agriculture and fishery products in the market and authorized outlet that are fit for human consumption. Since sa lahat na ito, for fruits, vegetables, meat, and fishery products. But for this particular afternoon, concentrate lang sa fruits and vegetables. Since this is in relation with the PinakBET, ang ating bet na food for today. And this code sets the minimum requirements and practices to be observed. Following this standard, if these are followed, the requirements, we are to be ensured that the produce will exhibit good quality characteristics and they have not gone any treatment or processing. So for basic commodities talaga ito. And when was this standard developed? Dati na kasi ito I mean, very relevant to this. We have already the Sanitation Code of the Philippines, and we have been following the Codex Alimentarius Commission, the National Code of Practice, the Consumer Act of the Philippines, Solid Waste Management Act, and the Clean Water Act. Kaya itong standard na to, dinilate na lang siya para makita yung mga specific practices that are applicable to our agriculture industry, mga food and products na basic food agriculture products. Objectives, same with the scope kanina, to ensure that all the products sold in markets, the authorized outlets are safe and fit for human consumption. Ito yung ini-ensure natin na following these minimum guidelines and requirements, we are to be ensured that mga produce natin will be safe for human consumption. Next slide, please. Counting terms and definitions that may help us during this Standards, competent authority. These are the government agencies or welfare entities that have the knowledge and authority as designated by law. Cleaning and disinfection, usually na pag-i-interchange ito eh. Pero these are usually complementary dapat. Cleaning is the removal of soil, dirt, or any objectionable material. And disinfection, as defined, is the reduction of number of microorganisms. Hindi dapat ito pinagkakalituhan. This should be always in complementary. Now, after mag-cleaning, we continue with the disinfection. This is to remove any objectionable microorganisms or pathogens that may cause contamination. Fit for human consumption. These are fresh agricultural produce that have passed inspection by the competent authorities, which in no change in appearance, color, or odor due to the diseases in composition of contaminants. Ito na yung masasabi natin ng mga pagkakainin natin should be fit for human consumption. Food handlers, ito na yung mga any authorized person who complies with the personal hygiene requirements, and they are the ones who directly handles fresh agricultural produce. Ito na nga yung mga partners natin sa markets and authorized outlets. Sila ang considered food handlers. Potable water, basically same for clean water. Pero kapag sabi mong potable water, it must be deemed fit for human consumption. Traceability and recall, also two terms that are used complementarily. Traceability is the process of the movement of food through all the stages of productions. Recall is the measures that are applied to return unsafe or unsuitable products. In case na magkaroon ng problems, kailangan may recall procedure tayo. And traceability and recall, always complementary ang dalawang yan. Here, start with ano. Sabi nga kanina na when this standard was developed, this is to ensure that the minimum requirements are met. In terms of their source, all fresh agricultural products should come from licensed or registered bona fide producers, farmers, and growers, so that we can trace back, in case of traceability na kailangan natin, malalaman natin kung saan ang source ng mga produce. Kaya there should always be bona fide producers, farmers, and growers. Since this is in accordance with the Sanitation Code of the Philippines, all equipments, containers, and utensils shall be clean, shall be made from non-corrosive, non-toxic, non-absorbent materials, and should not be used for any other purposes. And all containers used na ginamit mo na for non-food items or toxic substances, pinagamitan mo ng pesticides, paint, detergent, disinfectant, hindi na dapat siya gamitin for food materials. Same with the containers na paglalagyan, it should be properly covered at all times to be kept in clean, protected areas and vermin-free areas. Vermin is basically the same with the pest. So dapat very clean, protected areas, and vermin-free. Weighing scales, to ensure not just food safety, for the produce quality also, weighing scale should also be properly calibrated. Cleaning, usage of potable water. Lalo na usually mga products natin are eaten raw. So use of potable water as defined as fit for drinking consumption, malinis na pwedeng inumin ang potable water na ginagamit natin para sa paglinis ng mga vegetables, lalo na kamatis na kinakain nating hilaw. And all utensils, containers used should be thoroughly cleaned before and after a day's work. Lalo na sa market ito. We're talking about authorized outlets and markets. So all materials used, containers, should be cleaned before and after the day's work. Use of detergents and disinfectants shall be non-toxic, food-grade, non-corrosive. Kasi may mga disinfectants tayo that are not food-grade. So if any detergents used or disinfectants used should always be food-grade. And it shall be kept away from any agricultural food products. Cleaning and disinfection. Sabi natin kanina na these are used interchangeably. Pero for purpose of recall, cleaning, kapag sabi mong cleaning, is the removal of objectionable material. Kaya kung makikita nyo, sa cleaning, water lang yung ginamit niya. At kapag naggamit na tayo ng disinfection, ito na yung nagbabawas na tayo ng number of pathogens. Kaya kung makikita nyo yung difference between the two pictures, yung cleaning, water is enough for cleaning. But if we're going to do disinfection, dito na tayo gumagamit ng chemical agents, detergents, soaps, or sanitizers. Kasi sa disinfection, pathogens na that may be a source that will compromise food safety. In terms of packing and packaging materials, discussed kanina ni Ms. Daphne that when going to choose for the package and packaging materials, kailangan hindi makakasira ng produce quality. Kaya, in purpose of the Code of Hygienic Practices, all packing and packaging materials should be free from any form of impurities or contaminants. They should be properly handled and kept clean. Printed packaging materials, usually ito yung newspaper and magazines, should not be used as primary packaging. Same, kapag gumamit ka ng previously used packaging materials, hanggat maaari, kapag nagamit na siya previously, although nasanay kasi tayo na kapag sinabing nagamit na, ulitin pa natin at malinis naman yun, this is highly recommended na we should not practice recycling of mga gamit na. And all materials used should be food grade and environment friendly. This common example, ito yung mga iniiwasan natin eh. Itong mga napakita kanina ni Muslat na ito yung mga possible source of contamination na mangyayari kapag proper handling nagawa natin. So, given this, paggamit ng printed packaging materials. Baskets, rattan baskets, these are recommended for packaging. Okay ito. Pwede kapag mga baskets. In terms of water and water storage, as stated earlier, it should always be potable, fit for your drinking, and obtained from approved sources. Kasi in case na magkaroon ng foodborne disease, foodborne illness, kapag alam natin na galing sa approved sources, we can ensure na safe yung water na gamit. And kung magagamit tayo ng transported potable water, it should be kept in appropriate containers. Hindi yung basta balde lang. Kasi baka may iba pinagagamitan yung balde. Kaya dapat appropriate water container. And not just with water, this is for the clean water, ang wastewater natin. Yung mga pinaglilisan na, yung mga pinaghugasan na, wastewater shall be properly disposed not to present a hazard to the potable water, surrounding areas, or food handlers. Water hose, very frequent tayong magamit ng water hose. Kapag ang water hose natin should always be in good condition. At yung teeth niya, kasi doon na naging source ng water, usually kasi iniiwan na lang natin sa sahig ang hose. We should keep attention in particular with the tip of the hose must not be in contact to any form of contamination. Medyo naharangan lang ng caption pero yes, the tip of the hose must not be in contact to any form of contamination. Kasi kung may source contamination doon, posibleng doon dumikit yun. Next slide. Same with ice. Usually, when we're using ice, it should be made of potable water and approved from approved sources. It should not be placed in direct contact with the floor and unclean surfaces. At yung mga lahat ng related sa paggamit ng ice crusher, ice pick, ice storage, shall be kept clean and properly maintained. Ito yung mga iniiwasan natin na nakikita natin yung mga sahig, yung mga yellow ay nakapatong sa sahig. This is a very prime example of a source of contamination. In terms of display, fruits and vegetables should always be properly segregated. Should be kept in well-protected and appropriate temperatures. And kung i-segregate siya, it should be classified according to size, ripeness, variety, and storage life. Ms. Daphne discussed kanina na kapag magpa-package, during package handling, appropriate maturity lang. One stage of maturity ang pagsamasamahin. Same with kapag i-display mo na sa market. Kung ano yung proper ripeness niya, maturity, yun yung pagsamasamahin mo. Huwag natin pagsamahin ang nasa immature stage pa sa mga mature stage na. Kasi this can be a source of contamination and food rot. Kaya kung ano yung proper stage na maturity, properly segregated siya. Putting reminders, FIFO, first in, first out, very familiar mo ito sa mga markets, na kung ano yung unang withdrawal, yun ang unang ilalabas. And recommendations given by the standard, leaves of fruits and root crops shall be removed to minimize water loss. Use of cold water is recommended to fresh and wilted vegetables. Any cut-up vegetables, at lalo na minimally processed na siya, nahiwa na siya, cut up, should be covered with transparent plastic. And root and bulb crops, ito yung mga usually dry. Ito kaya it should be segregated, lalo na dun sa mga mataas ang water content. Root and bulb crops should be stored at a relatively dry atmosphere. Kasi nga, magiging source of rot and contamination ito kapag the dry root and bulb crops ay sinama sa mga vegetables with high water content. Section 6, in terms of the area and place of selling. Very basic, kasi in accordance with the sanitation code and the Codex Alimentarius, it should be and sanitized. Since hygiene practices, itong discussion natin today, it should always be kept clean and sanitized. Signboards, usually sa may mga signboards tayong pinagagamit, it shall be placed in where it cannot be a source of contamination. Pests and vermin, all other form of pests and animals shall always be controlled. Dapat wala talaga siya in any form of selling. And hygiene practices, very timely ito ngayon, hygiene practices. In terms of the market or authorized outlets, dapat palagi may toilet. And all toilets should always have basurahan, covered waste bins. It shall be well ventilated, well lighted, and regularly cleaned and disinfected. Better kung may mga posters on hygienic practices. Lalo na ngayon, very timely na hanggat maaari, naghuhugas ng kamay. And hindi lang sa paghuhugas, nagsasanitize din ng kamay. So hand washing facilities should be provided with potable water, soaps, and drying materials. This is liquid cleaning detergents and hand drying materials. Sorry for my presentation. kailangan kapag maghuhugas ka, proper din ang hindi lang sa paghugas, pati yung pag-dry mo ng kamay. So dapat may hand drying materials na included. Food handlers, mga nagawin natin markets, mga partners natin ensuring food safety. Food handlers should take all necessary steps to prevent contamination. This includes na kapag alam mong sarili mo na taking a bath, very basic naman natin ito sa ating mga Pilipino, and usage of PPEs, clean apron, hairnets, fingernails properly cleaned and trimmed, no jewelries, accessories, and the like. And kung gagamit man ng PPEs, these are the gloves, masks, aprons, and hairnets, it should be changed regularly. Lalo na tayo, and yung mga workers natin, food handlers, tayo kasi ang pwede maging source of contamination. Kaya dapat mga food handlers natin should have personal hygiene. Alam nila kung paano dapat. Say stall should be built of solid, resistant, and impermeable material. By definition of impermeable, these are hindi pwede yung mga wood or mga paper. Kasi dapat it should be not penetrated with water. The stall and its surrounding should always be kept clean and free of litter. And kung ang stall mo is for food stall, vegetable, and fruit stalls, it should not be used for any other purposes. Na kung ang tinitinda mo ay food products, agri-food products, hindi dapat mo gagamitin itong lamesang ito kung magbebenta ka ng mga non-food items. Sabon, pesticides, gasoline, and oils. It should not be used for any other purposes, only for food. And it should be free from personal belongings, clothes, footwears. Animal or any form of pest should always be prevented. And in terms of regulatory, since mga authorized outlets ito, kailangan may official documents, business permit, stall number, kailangan naka-display pa rin sila. Next slide. Fruit and vegetables should be prepared in a appropriate manner according to its intended use. Ito na nga yung maaari na all products should be prevented from falling to the floor, prevention of contaminants at all times, unnecessary and excessive handling by buyers. And all products on display for sale shall be well protected and kept at appropriate temperatures. Next slide, makikita natin yung very typical na market dito sa atin na these are good practices. These are good options na makita natin na may mga display siya, magkakahiwalay siya, hindi magkakasama ang mga plant produce. Properly segregated. Yes, Section 8, Waste Management. Waste bins always have a lid. Palaging may takip. Lalo na kapag waste bins nagiging for pests. Langaw, takip away from the hand. Yeah, and easy to clean and sanitize. Kasi nga, kasama rin sa waste management procedures na lahat ng basura should be collected and cleaned every aftermarket day. Kaya maganda kapag ang isang waste bin is easy to clean and sanitize. And all waste management procedures are compliant with all the appropriate government regulations. We are familiar with the Republic Act 9003, the Solid Waste Management Act, the Republic Act 9275, Clean Water Act, na naka-define naman dyan sa ating mga waste management government regulations na all waste are collected should be properly disposed, and waters, any waste water should be properly disposed too. Pest and vermin control. All pest management should only be carried out in accordance with the government regulations and by authorized pest control provider or competent authority. Although sasabi ng mga tao na very basic ang paggamit ng pest control, pero in terms of pest management, dapat i-ensure natin na maaari authorized pest control provider ang magagawa kasi sila ang mga experts. Hindi malang issue ang paggamit ng mga pest management procedure. We will always ensure to avoid contamination to the commodity, food vendors, the consumers, and the environment. Kaya if any case na kailangan natin ng pest management, it should be by the authorized pest control provider. Yes, we can recall. This has also been nasabi kaya ni Ms. Daphne na all packaging materials should have proper contact information. And this process, traceability and record, very important na packaging materials should accurately identify the following details: producer contact information, the packer, place of product origin, product species and varieties, weight, volume, and number, and harvest production date. Very important kasi in case na magkaroon ng foodborne concerns, food safety concerns, it can be easily traced back. And the government the effective procedures food safety hazard. Kasi tayo nga, the government, being government authority, we should ensure that in case na magkaroon ng food safety concern, we have effective procedure, traceability, and recall. And in case na magkaroon ng food safety hazard, ito na nga yung gatmaring iniwasan natin. In case na magkaroon ng food safety concern, we should be recorded and lahat ng recalled products will be held under the supervision of the competent authority. Kasi nga mag-i-issue tayo ng public warning in case na magkaroon ng food safety hazard, food safety concern. And the competent authority, being the local government unit or tayo, the national government agency, we are the most hold of supervision of them until it is deemed destroyed or disposed, used for other purposes, not for human consumption, or kapag ma-evaluate ng mga competent authority natin that they are determined safe for human consumption. Pero hanggang hindi pa na-ensure kung ano pwedeng gawin, all recalled products are under the supervision of the competent authorities. And that's it. Na-develop itong stock, test na natin. Kung sa producer products. Kaya mga dati na yan, Consumer Transmission, Consumer Act, is regulations, knowledge capabilities. Kaya we have all these compliance regulations, guidelines na implement natin ensure safe food. Yes, next slide, please. Yes, nga pala. Little acknowledgement na dinevelop itong standard na to. Representative from the Department of Agriculture ang kumuha ng ginawa ito. UTI before Inspection Services, BAFS ang nagkakasponsor ng event na to. Although ang nag-discuss ko lang today is I focus on vegetables, dito to vegetables. Pero going to read the standards, PNS 2020, mga provisions din doon pertaining to the fishery products and mga meat products. Kaya if we're going to hold a copy of this, the PNS for 2020, naka-define doon hygiene practices na recommended to ensure the food safety, not just for fruit and vegetables, mga fish and fishery products, meats, all included there. Kaya very good, very maganda na magkaroon tayo ng copy nitong standard na to. That's it. That's the end of my presentation.
Hi, Sir Jan. So, ayan everyone, no, marami talaga tayo natutunan about food safety from Sir Jan. So, as sinabi nga ni Sir Jan, na although nakafocus tayo sa vegetables, we have so much more regarding food safety. And makikita po natin to sa Philippine National Standard na pwede niyo pong i-visit sa website po namin. So, guys, if you have any questions, baka pwede na natin itanong kay Sir. Ayan, si Sir nawala, Ma'am Alma. Ayan.
Ayan po, pwede na po tayong mag-post ng mga questions natin para kay Sir Gab.
Sir, what? Nakamute ka ata, sir. Ayan. Ayan.
Kung may questions man, I mean, naka-define naman yung standards natin. Very basic naman yung standard natin na mga recommended practices. Very makikita natin din kung naman yung mga kailangan.
Yes po. Okay, so, pero kung if you have any questions po, pwede niyo po yan i-ano natin until the end of our webinar, baka masagot pa po natin. Okay? So, Ms. Alms?
Okay po. Thank you so much.
Sorry pala, Ms. Alms. But before we proceed po or introduce our next speaker, let us muna na i-answer yung isang question po ng one of our audience po. I think this question is for Ma'am Daphne, no? Pero if Sir John would like to answer also, it's okay lang din po. Okay po? So, Ms. Daphne, are you there po para for the question? Ni Sir Buwan Destura. Sir Buwan. Wait lang. Wait po natin si Ma'am Daphne. Okay. So, unfortunately, na-disconnect po ata si Ma'am Daphne, no? So, may question po na lang tayo kay Sir Gab. Sir Gab, are you still there po? Ayan. Sir Gab, may question lang po si Sir Von. Eto po. Nakikita niyo po ba siya sa ating screen?
Yes, given na hindi nga sa mga markets natin, hindi lahat na susunod. Nasabi ko kanina, yung ating food safety was enacted 2013. Currently kasi ayos pa na, I mean, nasa early implementation stage pa lang tayo. Ito ang mga standards na kailangang sundin. Pero given na tutulungan tayo ng ating LGU na ito dapat mga standards na susundin na. Sa ngayon, meron time na dapat ang standards na sundin natin.
Ayun. So, okay na po ba, sir? Ayan. So, sabi nga ni sir, no, kasi simula pa lang ng ating na gawa yung PNS for the food safety last 2013. So, may follow-up question, sir. Yan. Okay po.
Kay Sir Renan, diba? About the potable water, usage of rainwater.
Sir, ito pong follow-up question po ata from Sir Buwan. What is your recommendation, sir, to all market na di nasusunod ang quality standard dahil sa mga tradings po?
Evaluation ba? Tradings, yun nga medyo natanong ko, anong ibig sabihin niya ng tradings?
Yun. So,
mga trading markets ba? Medyo bigat ang pagkakatanong. Pero,
sir,
of all the paano yun, sir?
Parang siguro mode of selling, trade mode of selling siguro sa market. Siguro, syempre, some of the sellers tend to do the short way na kahit hindi masyadong quality, but they can give a lower price. So, baka hindi po nila nasusunod yung pinaka-standards po natin, no?
Kailangan iba tayo full implementation. Pero kung mangyari man yun, kung kailangan yun, ito kayo mangyari na magkaroon kasi ng hazards, food safety concerns na kapag hindi nasunod yung standards, hindi lang tayo maapektuhan. I mean, hindi naman kasi ito pinipilit natin food safety ito para sa atin itong lahat eh.
Okay, sir. So, sir, sige po. Next question na lang po. Ms. Ams, can you, galing po kay Sir Reynante po ba ito?
Okay po. Sir, bali, ang question po ni Sir Reynante is, if there is no available potable water, pwede po ba ang rainwater for cleaning and other uses?
Rainwater, yes. Potable water is consumption. Hindi ko sinasabi kapag rainwater kasi it is defined as cleaner. And pwede na gamitin ang rainwater kasi kapag ang rainwater natin, napansin natin na usually malinis ang rainwater. Pero for purpose of cleaning, I think yes. I mean, we can use for cleaning ang rainwater. Pero ang concern nga natin ito, how can we be ensured of the safety kung hindi reputable resources na gagamitin natin? Kaya pag rainwater, I think yes, pwede naman gamitin. Pero better if approved sources na gagamitin natin.
Okay po, thank you po, Sir Gab.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po again for that wonderful, informative discussion po about food safety on vegetables, and especially for the PinakBET vegetables po, no? So, Ms. Alms, diretso na po tayo on our next topic. But before that, before po pala i-introduce ni Ms. Alms ang ating next speaker, gising pa ba kaya ang ating mga audience dyan? So,
Yes,
I think we have 50 plus live audience. Ayan, gising
na sila.
Oo. Ayan. So, para magising po yung ating diwa, nandito po ulit si Miss Brooklyn para sa isang mabilisang quiz. Ayan. So, para sa mga information, Miss Brooke, sa inyo na po ang floor.
Thank you. Ayan. Isang short break lang po before we proceed po sa ating third speaker. So, ang gagamitin pa rin po nating platform ay menti.com. So, kindly open a tab po or browser sa inyong cellphone or laptop or computer and enter the URL www.menti.com and input the code 70070147 and click submit to join this quick short quiz po. Itong quiz po natin ay consist lang po ng 3 question from the discussion nila Ma'am Daphne and Sir Gab. And each question po ay may 20 seconds po tayo para sumagot. So, kailangan po mabilis po tayo mag-click-click po. So far po, we have 3 who entered our short quiz. Ayan. Ito po ang ating code, 70070147 sa menti.com. Ayan. Isang mabilisang quiz lang po ito para pampagising po before we proceed po to our third speaker. Ayan. Antay lang po tayo for other participant to sign in po. So, kindly enter po sa www.menti.com ang code po na nakikita po sa ating naka-flash sa screen, 70070147 to join po sa ating mini quiz po. So, ayan, before joining to the quiz, kindly edit your name po with the following format. Your full name dash the name of your organization. For example po, ay Juan Cruz dash BAFS. Ayan, para po malaman po natin or makilala po natin kung sino-sino po yung sumali po sa ating quiz. Dahil every after answering the question po, meron po tayong leaderboard. So the faster you answer po, the higher the points you will gain po in each question. So far, we have 17 participants. Ayan. Ikaw ready na po naman sila. Ayan. Are you ready na po? Kindly tune in po sa inyong mga devices para po makita nyo at mabasa nyo po ang mga question. Loading, waiting for the clear. Yan. Kindly enter your name po para po maka-join sa ating quiz. Ayan. So far po, we have 18 participants. So, if ready na po kayo, tune in lang po sa inyong mga devices because the first question will start right now. Which of the following is not a variety of eggplant? Is it purple-red eggplant, green-white eggplant, purple-white eggplant, or all of the above? So which of the following is not a variety of eggplant? Is it purple-red, green-white, or purple-white, or all of the above? So this was discussed po sa ating first speaker. Times up. And the correct answer po ay purple-white eggplant. So yung dalawa, ang variety po ng eggplant as discussed by Miss Daphne ay purple-red eggplant and green-white eggplant po. So some of the characteristic of purple-red, elongated po siya, globose, and shiny or glossy po ang kanyang appearance, which is not found po sa ating green-white dahil though elongated or globose po siya, hindi po siya ganun ka-glossy ang kanyang appearance. So, ang purple-white eggplant po ay hindi variety ng eggplant. So, for our leaderboard po, kasama ko, we have Mia as fastest, followed by Puffy and Montana po. So, habol po tayo sa ating second question. Question 2 of 3. Answer. It refers to the reduction of the number of microorganisms in the environment to a level that does not compromise food safety or suitability. What is it? Is it sterilization, disinfection, cleaning, or none of the above? So this refers to the reduction of the number of microorganisms in the environment to a level that does not compromise food suitability. Time's up. So most of our answer ay tama po. The correct answer is disinfection. So this is a method where it reduces the number of microorganisms in the environment that does not compromise the food safety and suitability of the product. While cleaning naman po ay removal lang po siya ng mga dirt or soil, grease, or other objectable matter. So, ang correct answer po ay disinfection as discussed on the latter parts po ni Sir Gab. So, for our leaderboard, tingin ko po medyo nabago. We have John G, Miss Puffy or Mr. Puffy gaining 1762 points, followed by Mr. John G, 735 points, followed by Mia, Jenny Ann, and Crystal Lewis. So, on to our last question. Habol po tayo. This is our last question po for this day, for this quiz, for this short break. So, which of the following is or are the reasons why we package our commodities? Is it for the protection of the crop? Does it eliminate individual handling, standardized quantities handled, or none of the above? So, which are the reasons po kung bakit po natin pinapackage ang ating mga commodity? This was discussed earlier din po sa first speaker natin, kay Ma'am Daphne. Time's up po. Answers in. Ayan. Lahat po tama dahil lahat po ng choices, aside from none of the above, ay mga reasons kung bakit po natin pinapackage ang ating mga commodity. It is for the protection of our crops. It eliminates individual handling, and it standardized the quantities handled. So, for our leaderboard, I think nabago kasi lahat ng kumama eh. We have Keith as our top scorer for our mini quiz or short break. Congratulations po. Thank you po sa pagsali sa ating short break po. Ayan. Back to you po sa ating mga MC. Hello po.
Ayan, hello Miss Brooke, thank you so much. Alam mo, nakita ko ang daming viewers sa atin na sumali talaga sa ating quiz. So talaga namang ang taas ng energy nila. Nakikipagsabayan sila sa mga natin, ibang viewers.
Alala ko nang ako ay munting bata, ang pangarap ko'y isang manika. Nang magkaroon ng puso ko'y tuwang-tuwa, kahugis ko raw ang
Luluto naman natin. Mati, awan na din na.
at larawan ng pagsinta. Mangyayari ang hangarin kung tunay ang tanging dalangin, kung dakilang paggiliw, ang ligaya ay walang mali.
Ita atawen, di maliklikan, nagbaliw dagiti planok apan nagbiyahe, gapu iti pandemya adi napakpakadaan. Ket ita, dagiti laingin ladawan arumwar ken pelikulang agtartaray iti panunod ko, timangray-aw kaniyak, kabayatan nga agtali na edak asitatalged iti kwarto. Ket jak ammo no kanun tumanen ang makapagbiyahe ak. Tapno makadennak dagiti ipatpatay ko iti biyag. Ken tapno maminsan pay, riknaek ti ayat, ken bara ti pudno apagtainga. Kailiw ko unayan ti arakot, dagiti nabilig adaluyon ti baybay. Ngem kas lamang ikupay, ti batangtang dagiti kampana, kadagiti doogan asimbaan. Ngem kang runaan unay, kailiw ko dagiti nairut nga arakop, ken nasamit nga agek dagiti apoko. Ken tinaragsak, ken naringgor, apan nag-uumong ti pamilya, akaslaawan patinggana. Kailiw ko dagiti ingka kaubinga kakanin. Kanen ang nadumduma kin espesyal. Kanen ang namnamsek, tinapipintas, ken napapateg alagit. Ket no adda ka Ilocos, saan mo mabalin pumanaw, no di ka makasida iti PinakBET. PinakBET kaputa, napakibet dagiti nating na. Aglalaok anateng naluto iti sibuyas, kamatis, buggoong ken nageret a magnet. Mailuto iti tayab, saan ang makiwar, nuket kasla maitaed laing iti unay iti tayab. Saan ang mawawan iti la presyosa ni Pamela Aragosa, anak tinagawan ken nalatak ang makingkukwa iti panganan ni Presyosa Ablan Ventura. Kayat na apatalgedan ti amin nga addalat ta isuna, amang pasangbay kada tayo iti intay pa nagsubli.